Welcome, everybody, to the very first Thursday THRASHIN of the new year, 2024. I am Vince Russo of russosbrand.com, of patreon.com/RussoTWC. And remember, if you have never been a fan of Patreon, you can still get a free week of russosbrand.com. All you have to do is go to patreon.com/RussoTWC and sign up for your free week. And it will cost you absolutely nothing. I hope everybody out there had a good year, man, a great year as we roll into 2024. Now, I want to set down the guidelines for this show. As you know, bro, I am all about speaking my mind. I am all about telling the truth. I have no interest whatsoever in working for any wrestling company out there. I am in the Vince Russo business. Therefore, I have the absolute freedom to say whatever it is that I want to say and not have to worry about ruffling feathers. So let's make that perfectly clear. That is the main difference between russosbrand.com, patreon.com/RussoTWC, and every other wrestling podcast you'll find out there. Either somebody's looking for a job, bro, because they got that one last run, not saying exactly what they want to say. You don't ever have to worry about that here, bro, because I'm about to say exactly what I want to say. Now, you can become a part of this conversation. If you want to ask me a question, I don't care what it is. If I was afraid of questions, I wouldn't be doing this. All you have to do, bro, is through YouTube, send a donation or a super sticker. I will pull your question or comment up on the screen, and I will be more than happy to answer it. Okay? Bro, today we are going to talk about the three things that ran me off of professional wrestling, because I will declare to you right now, to make it perfectly clear, at the beginning of 2024, I am no longer a wrestling fan. And quite frankly, bro, I became a wrestling fan, I'd say probably about 1971. So maybe I was about 10 years old. And if I'm really going to be fair, I lost my passion when I left the WWE in about 1999. When I left WWE and went to WCW, if I'm going to be totally transparent, at that point, it became a job, but I was still a fan of wrestling. I sit here before you in 2024, and I tell you, I am not a fan of wrestling. I could care one iota less about professional wrestling. I still am involved because it is something that I did for a very long time, 30 years. People still want to talk about the Attitude Era. And people still want to know my opinions about the wrestling business today. So I am happy to do that. But I want to make one thing perfectly clear. I am no longer a fan of the wrestling business. Chuck Carter, thank you so much for the donation. God bless. Did you hear the new Beatles song? Absolutely, bro. Now and Then, great song. I already own it. Everybody out there knows I'm a Beatle mark. Now, bro, I want to explain something to you. When I become a fan of something, I become very, 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 very loyal to it. And I'm going to tell you about two instances, two things that I have been a fan of for my whole life and still am to this day. And I'm going to tell you the difference. I am still a San Francisco Giant fan. My father was a New York Giant fan from the Polo Grounds, and I was raised a San Francisco Giant fan. Now, the Giants have had some really bad seasons. The Giants have had the last couple of seasons, man, they got screwed in free agency. They've really, really, really left the fans disappointed. A bad, bad taste in the mouth of the Giant fans. However, bro, I am still a Giant fan because the Giants have not done anything to completely turn me off. I have been a Kiss fan since I'm 16 years old. So that's a long time, bro. I've had ups and downs with Kiss. I didn't like some of the decisions Kiss made, bro. You can't have a make-believe Peter, Chris, and Ace Frehley, bro. I hated that idea. I hated the original band not performing together at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. However, despite all that, Kiss has not completely made me X them off my list. I am still a Kiss fan. I still support Kiss through all that. So between the Giants and between Kiss, they haven't done enough to make me write them off forever. Caleb Gorzel, hey Vince, I hope you're having a great day so far. Thoughts on Raven, Hardcore Holly, and Hulk Hogan? Well, that is a loaded question. I had the honor and privilege of working with all three of those legends. And yes, all three were legends, bro. Different experiences with all of them. Good experiences, bro. It would take me a whole time on this show to talk about that. Okay. So now you're saying to me, Vince, what is the difference? Why you have written off wrestling, but you haven't written off the Giants and Kiss or anything else? Why are you no longer a wrestling fan? That is a great question. Raymel Smith, $2. Thank you very much. God bless you, Vince, and happy New Year, bro. Thank you very much, Raywell. That's what I want to explain to you. There are three things that have completely turned me off to professional wrestling where I am never going back. The industry lost a lifelong fan. And let me tell you something, bro. All you have to do is look at today's numbers and you can clearly see I am not the only lifelong fan that they lost. And there are many, many reasons that I am no longer a fan of the industry. And I'm going to really point three of them out to you today. But the wrestling business did not evolve into anything. Because, bro, from the beginning of time, when there were actually dinosaurs, up until 2024, the purpose of professional wrestling is to have two combatants go into a ring, and one combatant must win the match by either disqualification, a count out, or pinning your opponent 1, 2, 3. That has not changed, bro. That is the very foundation of professional wrestling. So don't give me this evolution bullshit. The game has not changed. The game is the same exact game that it was back in 1950. You pin your opponent, you win the match. There's no evolution in any of that. What happened was today's athletes, as I said all the time, bro, the marks are now in the ring. The wrestling marks somehow, some way have made it to the ring. And I do hold those in charge responsible for that. Tony Khan is responsible for that. Triple H is responsible for that. Shawn Michaels, Bruce Pritchard, Paul Heyman, you name it, bro. They allowed the marks into the ring. So now all these marks are doing all these ridiculous, meaningless, dangerous moves that they learned from video games, by the way. But the reality is, it's the same game, bro. You got to pin your opponent. There's been no evolution. You're just wrestling differently. And quite frankly, bro, a lot of times there is no logic to your wrestling. And your wrestling is dangerous. And a lot of people are getting hurt. Richard Eicholz, Happy New Year to you and the family. From your experience, what's the best way to sell albums? eBay or in the stores? Probably eBay, bro. The stores ain't going to give you nothing, bro. Probably eBay. Wrath, Russo did nothing wrong. Thank you very much. But you know what, bro? That's not what turned me off to professional wrestling. You know, the fact that you decided to work differently and not sell and flip-flop and fly and kick out of everything, all of that is not what turned me off of the wrestling business. There are three things that turn me off, and that's what I'm going to look at today. Diego, thank you very, 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 very much. Number one, the tribalism of the fans. Bro, the tribalism of the fans today is, the only word that comes to my mind is pathetic. It is childlike. It is embarrassing. The tribalism of wrestling fans is embarrassing. Bro, if you listen to Russo's brand, you know I tell you this all the time. Here's a true fan, bro. Here's a true fan, bro. Bro, when the Giants go out there and stink up the joint, I am the first one to say, you guys stunk up the joint today. I am the first one to say when I think managers need to be fired, when I think players need to be traded, when my team stinks up the joint, I am the first one to say it. Bro, when some of my favorite television shows have a bad episode, I am the first one to point it out. I am a Seinfeld mark. The Chinese restaurant episode sucks, bro. It is absolutely horrible. The losing the car in the garage episode sucks, bro. It is absolutely horrible. Am I still a Seinfeld fan? Absolutely, bro. But here's the point. No baseball team, no television show, no movie franchise, Rocky V sucked, is going to be good 100% of the time, except for these wrestling marks. If you are a WWE fan, bro, they do absolutely nothing wrong. And you will, bro, you will carry their flag to the end, bro, no matter what they do. Bro, they could do a 3-hour test pattern on Monday night, and you would say, oh my God, wasn't that a great show? Okay, bro, if you champion a certain wrestler, they can do nothing wrong. If you hate a certain wrestler, they can do nothing right. The tribalism, bro, of the WWE fans and the AEW fans is pathetic. You cannot even have an adult conversation because everything AEW does, everything Tony Khan does, everything Bryan Danielson does is great. And with the WWE, if you're an AEW fan, everything they do sucks. Every wrestler on the roster sucks. Same with Vince Russo, bro. I could run into a burning building and save 1,000 puppies, bro, and Vince Russo will still suck. That's called tribalism, bro. Therefore, if you have that type of mindset, you can't even have any conversations anymore, bro. And that's what you constantly see on social media. The WWE does no wrong. The AEW does no right. The AEW does no wrong. The WWE does no right. It is effing pathetic, bro. It is pathetic. There's one guy, bro. One guy that did everything right 100% of the time, and his name would be Jesus, bro. Okay? There's one Jesus, bro, who's perfect. Number two, before I get to it, let me remind you, I will address anything, bro. Anything you want on here. Anything, bro. Super sticker, donation, and I will put it up and address it. Here's number two. The wrestling dirt sheet marks who have convinced themselves that they are a part of the business. Bro, let me explain something to you. There is a huge difference between knowledge and experience. And if you want to be a wrestling expert and call yourself a wrestling expert, bro, then you need both. You see, bro, I'm realistic. I have all the knowledge of the world when it comes to Major League Baseball. Did I ever play Major League Baseball? No. Did I ever spend a lot of time in Major League Baseball locker rooms or dugouts? No. Therefore, I have the knowledge and not the experience. That makes me a fan. You understand, bro? But I understand that. I understand without that experience, I am just a fan. And that is all of these wrestling dirt sheet marks are glorified fans, bro. Every single one of them, bro. Meltzer, Johnson, Sapp, the other lunatic causing all this commotion now with Chris Jericho. I don't know why. Houseman, bro. This guy, hold on. This guy right here, bro.
I did a lot of things as Ronaldo Piven, a lot of great things, but nothing has ever brought me the attention as like a moment with Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns in a WrestleMania scrum, or CM Punk staring me down. So when you're in that moment and you got somebody, you know, that's super talented or whatever, and you can make a moment like that.
See, that's what it's all about, bro. Trying to make the moments. Now, for this guy on here to say dirt sheet writers live rent-free in my head, bro, did I just not say how many minutes ago? 50 minutes ago, I don't give a shit about professional wrestling. You think dirt sheet writers live in my head? No, bro. Dirt sheet writers are the best content that I have. Because they're pathetic, bro, and because it's entertaining their level of patheticy. It's entertaining to me, bro. They give me great joy and great entertainment to talk about how in my head. Bro, I'm about to turn 63 years old. You think dirt sheet writers are in my head? No, bro. They are a great form of content. because they are so ridiculously pathetic, just like Tony Khan, bro. So I discuss them because it's content and because it's entertaining to me how these grown ass marks have convinced themselves that they are now part of the wrestling business. And bro, again, who can we contribute that to? We can contribute that to Tony Khan and Triple H with these stupid scrums where they've literally opened the door and let all these marks come in, bro. When I see a wrestler doing an interview with one of these marks who think they're in the business, that's the problem, bro. That is the problem. But everybody's got to be over today. Everybody's got to get their shit in. So even if I am I'm a pro wrestler and I've been doing this for years and years and years, I'm still going to let one of these marks co-host the show with me? Really, bro? Really? But that's the world we live in. But the fact that these glorified fans actually believe they are part of the business has totally turned me off to the business. Why, bro? Because it's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. When I look at the pros on the MLB network who cover professional baseball, Major League Baseball, when I look at the pros, bro, the Al Leiters and the Harold Reynolds and these people, when I look at these pros, bro, and then I look at Sean Sapp, and then I look at Houseman, it's embarrassing to say you're a wrestling fan. That's why I don't say I'm a wrestling fan anymore, bro. It's embarrassing. Number 3. I'm going to give all the world in the credit here to my good friend, Dutch Mantel, who I love very, 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 very much. And Dutch Mantel used to use a term that I use a lot today. Dutch Mantel used to use a term called good little hand. Good little hand. So-and-so is a good little hand. What that means is so-and-so is a good wrestler. So-and-so is a good worker. So-and-so is a good talent. So-and-so can get a heel over. So-and-so can get a baby face over. So-and-so has a spot on the card because they're a good little hand. Well, here's the problem in 2024, bro. Again, Tony Khan, Triple H, HBK, Pritchard, Heyman, whoever is involved in this crap, somehow, some way, bro, the good little hands are now the main eventers, bro. They are now the main eventers. 5'0", 200 pounds, and you are now a main eventer. That is a joke. My rule number 1 is, bro, if you're going to call yourself a professional wrestler, number 1, you got to look like a professional wrestler, bro. And now you got these main eventers who literally look like my next door neighbor. These are not stars, bro. They will never be stars to the mainstream television viewers, ever, bro. They are stars to the wrestling marks, but to the casual fans who no longer watch wrestling, these people are not stars. And guess what, bro? When people turn on their television, whether it's cable, whether it's network, whether it's streaming services, when people turn on their television, They want to see stars, bro. You ever hear the saying television star, movie star? You don't hear television mid-carders. You don't hear movie good little hands. Stars. Tom Cruise is a star, bro. Not in wrestling, bro. Not in wrestling. The good little hands have now become the main eventers. You know what, bro? If I want to see my next door neighbor, I will go next door and knock on their door. I will not turn on my television set, bro. So, bro, when you combine the three things that I just talked about, the three things, the tribalism of these pathetic Mark fans, where if they're pro WWE, WWE does nothing wrong, bro. Number two, these dirt sheet marks who, because they think they were tape traders, bro, and they rode their bicycles to house shows, they now believe they are part of the business, bro, with zero experience in the business. Zero experience in the business. Bro, why do you think I don't do a baseball podcast? Because I am a fan, bro. I am a fan. I've got zero experience. Sap's got zero. Well, he did wrestle that girl once. Aside of the match where he wrestled the girl, he's got zero experience. Houseman's got zero experience. Meltzer's got zero experiences, but yet you take their word as some type of gospel or something? Chuck Carter, thank you very, very, very much. I like the Ring of Glory thing you did. So did I, bro. Thank you very much. And number three, not only have the marks made it to the ring, the good little hands are now the main eventers. I'm not interested in good little hands, bro. I'm sorry, man. I'm not interested in them. When you say to me, professional wrestler and professional wrestling, I draw a picture in my mind. And they need to not only look a certain way, they need to act a certain way, and they need to work a certain way, and they need to have a character, bro. I have no interest in seeing good little hands on my television. I 1000% would rather see Everybody Loves Raymond reruns, bro. 1000%. So when you add up those three things, for me, it is over for wrestling, bro. It is done. It is over. It is not going back. This is the wrestling industry in 2024. And if this is what the wrestling industry is, then I am no longer a fan. And bro, I swear, I don't mean to be cold and I don't mean to be callous. I just mean to be truthful. As somebody, bro, who grew up on Bruno, the Valiants, the Big Three managers, Chief J, then we had the wonderful era, the decade of the 80s, bro, where I could go on and on and on. Then we went into the Attitude Era, bro. What we have today, I am no longer a fan of. So I just want everybody to understand. I will be happy to ask questions. I will be happy to talk about the mark I left on the wrestling business. I will be happy to talk about today's product because it is a job and it is work. But do I care who's going to win the Royal Rumble? Absolutely not. So for those of you that want to continue to jump on the bandwagon of knowledge and experience and truth, then look no further, man, than russosbrand.com. And I want to wrap this up by telling you one more time, if you've never been a subscriber of patreon.com, it's right there on the screen, /Russo TWC. Go there right now, bro, and get a free month. It will cost you absolutely nothing. That is it, bro. That is the truth. The whole truth. And nothing else but the truth. Have a great, great, great new year, everybody. I will see you back here next Thursday.